A very good evening to all of you. This is Yogen from Forsk Coding School. Please confirm if you hear me. Okay, now people are responding back. Please, use yes and no options in the Zoom window. Okay, guys, good. Okay, thank you. So guys, welcome again. Welcome to our day 2 program, which we are doing for 1 week. And the program is obviously Python for aspiring data scientist, right? Now guys, we have done with first 2 days. Day 0 was obviously regarding the orientation session for everyone. And even in the orientation session, we had a lot of discussion that, where Python is being used, how Python has been, used, and, and other, tools and technologies, that you need to understand if you want to write a code in Python, you want to become a Python developer. On the day 1, guys, so now I want a response from you guys that what was our learning from yesterday's session. So can you guys, quickly think around that and just respond to me that what was the learning topics, right? So what was the learning topics, guys? So people are saying, Sai Deepak saying string, Matla Saron, I'm sorry. So data types, and then Vijay Venkat is also saying something, but okay, he's saying good evening, sir. Ishwar saying split and join. Samhita Vamula saying data types. Rajat Gupta saying data type and typecasting. Satish Parihar saying data types. Okay, Narayan Chaudhary, input and output. Sharon saying dir, directory method, data types, okay, slicing, methods in strings, okay, string operations, okay, cool guys, a split, okay, slicing, Usha, not aliasing, it's a slicing, okay, I think auto correction was there, so, okay, Pramod Panigri saying string slicing, Anusha saying operations, data types. Okay, a lot of people are okay, guys. Okay, Krishna Kishore Dahikar saying how to write comment. That's good. Sar is saying typecasting. Okay, now a lot of people okay are responding, and that's good. Harshita Vijay saying taking input, length, math library, split, join, data type. Okay, cool guys. So thank you for that. Import, okay, yeah, import was also there. Abdul Jalil, it's not joint, it is join, okay, it's join. Okay, Ashwita Joyce saying reverse indexing as well, okay, that's cool, guys, So I think now you have summarized, what we did yesterday. So starting from, how you can print, something, print some value in the, a Python code, then how you can put a single line comment, how you can put a multi-line comment, right? And how you can put a inline comment as well. So we had a discussion around that. And after that, guys, we started that how you can import a library. So we took an example of a math library, how you can import a math library. Then we used a dir method to know the list of methods available inside that a library, and help function was used to know the details of a particular method. So that was there. And after understanding that part, guys, I told you that how you can take input from the user, but you have to understand this requirement very clearly, that input method will always read the data in which format, guys? In str format only, right? It will always read the data. I'm talking about input method, guys, right? And then we also understood that what are the various inbuilt primary data types, right? In Python. So integer, then float, then boolean, then str, then a none type. Those were the data types we were talking about yesterday. And after that, we also understood the concept of typecasting. If you remember, guys, how you can convert a float value to integer, or an integer value to float, or how you can convert a string to an integer. So a couple of things were there around typecasting. And then finally, we understood the concept of strings also. And when we use strings, we also understood that strings are read only, guys. Do you remember that concept from yesterday? Strings are read only. That means once initialized, they cannot be changed, they cannot be modified, right? And that means strings are read only, strings are immutable, right? Strings are immutable. So that was the case, guys. And after that, I also told you that how you can use slicing in a string, right? So I told you those concepts as well, that how you can use indexing mechanism in Python to handle some string requirements. And then we also understood that what are the various methods that we can use with strings in Python. So as of now, I gave you example around two methods only. So I used a split method, and I used a join method as well, right? And then there are a lot of methods, but obviously you can have a look at your end as well. You can also try that what are the various methods, and if you want to use, I also used upper method, if you remember, guys. Upper method was also used. So that was the overall summary from yesterday's session, if you remember. Okay, now coming to again a very interesting part of the learning today, guys. We are going to focus on uh, two concepts: control flow and looping. So today we will understand that how Python takes the decision that what to do or what not to do, guys, right? So how Python takes a decision what to do and what not to do, right? So that we will understand, and that concept is known as control flow. And then in the looping, we'll understand that how we can execute a statement or set of statements repeatedly, right? So how you can execute the same instruction again and again, and that basically that is known as looping in Python. And that is everywhere used in any programming language. So control flows are used in any programming language: C, C++, Java, and everywhere. And the looping is also used. So guys, before I move to the RAPL, the tool that we have been using now to write the code in Python, I just want to make one announcement, guys. So now registrations for the certificate, guys, are open. Okay, so already a lot of people have registered in yesterday evening, and I'm just sending a link to you guys once again. So that is the link if you want to use, and if you want to exercise the certificate option, please go for it. So now, guys, coming back to our discussion for today. So I'm moving to RAPL now. And again, we are going to have a very interesting session today. So here, okay. So guys, as you know, recorded sessions are available on YouTube as well. So if someone misses, a particular day, or a part of the lecture, he or she may use YouTube recordings, and go through that just to make things are clear. So guys, here we are. Now see, as I told you that we are going to have a focus on two things today: control flow, right? So control flow is there, and just a minute. Just hold on. Let me. So here, guys, we are going to talk about control flow, right? That would be there, and we'll talk about looping, guys. These are the two things to learn today. Okay, we'll start with the control flow first. And control flow is what, guys? We want to know that how Python takes the decision what to do or what not to do. And that happens through a control flow. And let's take an example to understand around that. What is this? Okay. Guys, let me declare a variable, right, with the name marks. Okay, with the name marks. And let's say I assign some initial value, let's say 40 to it. So this is a statement that I have declared in Python, guys. Now you know what would be the type of marks, guys. Can you let me know that what would be the type of my object marks? What would be the data type? Obviously, now you guys know that whatever the value we assign to an object, no Ishrat Khan, it cannot be a string, it is integer. You are assigning an integer value. Guys, yesterday I told you that what type of value you assign, right? If you assign an integer, the data type becomes integer. If you assign a float, data type becomes float. If you assign a string, it will become a string data type. If you assign a Boolean value like true or false, it would be like that. Ishrat Khan, please correct yourself. Okay. Now, after doing this, what I want to do? What is my requirement, guys? My requirement is that I want to print a message to the user, right? Based on the marks, right? Based on the marks, I want to print a message to the user, right? If marks are, greater than 33 or equal to 33, I will, say pass, right, in the output. And if marks are less than 33, I will print fail in the output. That is my simple requirement, guys. What I want to do? Based on the marks, if marks are greater than or equal to 33, right, then I have to print pass. And if, right, if marks are, less than 33, then we are going to print fail to the user. So how we can do this in Python? That is very simple, guys, right? For that, I use a keyword if, right? And after this, I give a space. After the space, guys, I use parenthesis. And inside this parenthesis, I want to check whether my marks are greater than 33 or not. So how I can check, guys, whether my marks are greater than or equal to 33? I can write this condition. So marks, this is the object name I'm using, guys. And now I want to check if that is greater than equal to 33. So this is a simple condition, guys, that you can see, right? And now, guys, if this condition is correct, yes, my marks are greater than 33 or equal to 33. That means this condition is true. And guys, if this condition is true, what will happen, right? What will happen, guys? If I have written condition I have written, then I will use column that you can see. And guys, just look at the screen carefully. If I press enter, you will see a change in the indentation. Can you see, guys? There is a change in the indentation, right? Most of the time you have seen that cursor will come to this position, but now the cursor is not in this position. Cursor has moved forward, right? And this is the position of the cursor. Now, guys, right, whatever I write here, right, whatever the statement I write here, that statement is part of this block, if block. This is my if block, right? So guys, what I can say, what message I need to print, if this condition is true, guys, what I want to print to the user? I want to print to the user that you are passed. So what I will say, guys, print statement, okay? and then I will use a double quote, and inside double quote I will say a pass. Nice, right? This is there. Now guys, you can see my cursor is there at the end of this line. I can press the enter again, and there you will see the cursor is still there, guys. Cursor is still there, right? The same indentation. So maybe I can write one more statement as well. Let's say print, right? And then I say congrats, some message I'm just passing. So guys, what you need to understand, that if this condition is true, if your marks are greater than or equal to 33, what will happen, guys? You will execute these two statements. These two statements are part of the if block. What will happen? What will happen if our condition is not true? What will happen if our marks are less than 33? Guys, in that case, what will happen? In that case, this condition will become false, right? In that case, condition will become false. Then what will happen, guys? Then we have to go to the else block. We have to go to where? Else block, right? So I'm just hitting the enter again, guys. Can you see my indentation is still there, right? And now to write else, I need to bring my indentation to the start. So I will do what? I will press backspace, and there you can see, guys, my cursor is coming just at the start now, and now I will write else, and then use colon. Colons are important, guys. You cannot miss them, right? And then I can write a statement here. Now, guys, what I write here will be part of the else block, right? So I can write print statement, and then in the print I can say fail, right? So I say failure. So here I say fail, right? So this is there, guys. Can you see, guys? Can you see? Right? So this is the indentation. So we have, we can see two spaces right here, two spaces here as well, right? And two spaces here as well, guys. So let's understand this entire if-else block, guys. This is called as if-else block, right? A control flow that we call it. And now, guys, what happens? Based on the condition, based on what condition, guys? This condition. If this condition is true, only these two statements would be executed, else will not be executed, right? If this condition is false, guys, if this condition is not true, right, then only else block will be executed. These two statements will not execute if this condition is false. Only what will execute, guys? This will execute, right? So this is there, guys, right? And now you can see this code running. So what I do now, guys, I press this run button, and here you see. Can you see, guys? I got message pass and congrats. Why I got this? Why my if block got executed? Why not else? Because this time my marks are 40, and if my marks are 40, this condition is obviously true, and if this condition is true, we will only get these two statements executed. Okay, what I can say, I can do one more thing, guys. I can say, let's say my marks are 20. What will happen, guys? Which block will execute now? What you say, guys? Which block will execute now? Else block will execute now, right? So why else will execute? Because this condition is false now, right? This is not true. So it will execute the else part only. So guys, we can run it. And here we see, this time we get a fail message. Okay. Maybe you can do one thing, maybe what we can do, we can say this is our version 1. Okay, guys, I mark this code as version 1. You can see. Okay. And now what I do, guys, I will write a one more version of this code. So I will say this version 2. Okay. Why I want to write version 2? This was my basic requirement. That's it. Right. But in the version 2, guys, what I want to do, right? What will happen in this case? In version 2, I want to take input from the user. I don't want to directly assign the marks this way. This way of assigning marks or assigning a value is known as hard coding, right? This is known as hard coding, guys, and hard coding is not a very good idea. For explanation, you can use that, but you should avoid that. Then what you can do to remove this hard coding, guys, you should take input from the user. How we can take input from the user? Which method would be used, guys? Which method we can use to take input from the user? Yes, Prasanna saying input method, Rajesh and Anusha. So what we'll do, guys, now I will call input method. Okay, and inside the input I can say a message, right? Enter the marks, for example, right? Enter the marks, for example, right? And see this. Okay, and now what I will do, guys, I will assign the value read by input to a variable marks. And now, guys, the same method, the same code will work for me. So I can just use the above code here, guys. There is one requirement. If you look at, guys, I told you yesterday that if you call the input method, right, guys, if you call the input method, what happens in that case? Marks would be of what type, guys? Marks would be of a string type, right? And for this condition to happen, true or false, what we need to do, guys? We need to convert our string marks to integer, right? We need to convert our marks, which as of now are in str format. We need to convert them into a integer format. So what we can do, guys, in that case, or maybe you can convert it to float, so you can do that. So maybe we can do one more thing, guys. Marks is equal to int marks, guys, and now you will see, right? So you will see that, how this code behaves, how this code. Can you see, guys? This was our first message, message for what? Message for this. So version 1 has given this message to us. Now, guys, what will happen? Now we are at this, guys, at this line. It is asking for an input from us. Can you see, guys? We are getting a message here, right? And now enter the marks. So let's say I say 45. Okay. So my marks would be read by input method. Okay. And then what will happen, guys? It would be converted to integer. And then based on the condition, right? If this condition is true, we will get these two messages, and if my condition is false, I will get this message. So that is, a simple, guys. And this time, because I entered 45, you can see I got pass and congrats, right? So, here 2 lines are required, guys. One in which we are reading the data from the user, and in the second line, which is at line number 17, guys, we are just typecasting it. What you can do, one more thing. Okay, you can do one more thing. What you can do, maybe, can you see, guys? Marks are here as well. So this marks is equal to this. So I can do one thing. I can copy it and I can replace marks here. Can you see, guys? Okay, now I can just comment it out because this is not required anymore. Can you see, guys? Now I have clubbed these two operations in one line. Okay, can you see, guys? This input method will be called first, right? And after that, the value that it reads, it would be converted to integer type, and then it would be assigned to marks variable, right? So this is there, guys. This is there. Can you guys see? Right? I have clubbed everything into one line only. This is called as chaining of the operations. What do you call this, guys? Chaining. Why? First input will be called, and then typecasting will happen, right? So this is also known as chaining, and that you can see, guys. Okay, as of now, what I can do, guys, I can put a version 1 under comment. Okay, so I will use multi-line commenting feature, and I will just, okay, can you see, guys? So multi-line commenting has happened here. Okay, and now we can run this, and can you see, guys? Right, this is enter the marks. Okay, and enter the marks is equal to, let's say I say 56. Okay, and then you say, Okay, let's run it again, right? And then let's say we say the marks are 56.5. Okay, so although you are entering 56.5, will it work, guys? No, it will not work, right? Can you see what it is saying? It is saying invalid literal for int, right? Invalid literal for int. Why we got this error? This is very simple to understand, guys, very simple to understand. First, let's understand this. Guys, what I did something like that marks are equal to 56.5. Can you see this, guys? 56.5, right? And what is the type that you can see, guys? Type is obviously str, right? Type is obviously str. Can you see I wrote 56.5 under double quote, so it has to be str only, Rohit, right? It has to be a str only. So what you can do in that case, guys, what you can do, if you try to typecast it in this way, guys, if you try to typecast it in this way and then say marks, guys, this will not be allowed. Why it is not allowed? Because of this dot, actually, guys, because of this dot. This is not going to convert it to some integer value. Okay, 5, 6, right? All these are okay, but that will not happen. And what will happen if we say float, guys? Okay, what will happen if we say float? Here you go, right? And now, can you see, guys? Can you see? This time it is working for us, right? This time it is working for us, right? So now, maybe instead of integer, guys, what you can do? You can say float, right? So your a problem is solved now, guys. We can run this code, okay, and let's see if this works fine or not. Okay, can you see, guys? Yes, it worked this time, right? So this is how you can use a if-else statement in Python. So if-else is a mechanism through which Python decides what to do and or what not to do, right? If condition is true, right? So if condition is true, obviously, the if block will be executed. If condition is false, the else will be executed. And guys, mind it, you can never write a condition in the else block. Don't try to write anything here. Else and then immediately column. That's it. You can't write any condition here. The condition will come only here, guys. Right? Only here. Okay, let me run it again. And then someone was saying that if I just give integer values, what will happen? So if I say 45 only, what will happen, guys? Nothing, it's as usual, right? So this is, so that is there, guys. And if you see the marks, now marks are float, actually, right? 45.0. Although you entered 45 only, but because of this float typecasting, your marks are 45.0. Not integer, it's a float value, right? That would be there, guys. Now let's look at one more requirement, guys. Let's look at one more requirement. And what is that requirement? I will talk about that. Okay, so now, okay, I'm going to write that would be called as version 3, guys. That would be called as version 3. And what we want to write in that, guys, there is a requirement, a very simple requirement, but we have to see that how we can handle that. So guys, what is my requirements? Let's understand that. I will put my requirement under a multi-line comment. So I will give my problem statement here, and then accordingly we will take the decision what to do. First of all, guys, what I have to do, I have to read the name of the user using input method. So I have to read the name. Okay, and then, guys, what I need to do after that, based on the length of the name, based on the length, okay, we have to print some message to user, guys. Can you see what I'm saying? First we have to read the name of the user, based on the length of the name. Guys, we already know what is the method that can be used to know the length of a name, guys, length of a string. What is the method that we use? Alien method, right? So alien method can be used to check the length. Based on the length, guys, based on the length, I have to print something. And what I have to print, let's see, guys, if the length is greater than or equal to 10, guys, mind it. If the length is equal to or greater than 10, I have to print long to the user. That is, your name is long, okay? If, now second condition, guys, if length is less than 10, guys, if less than 10 and greater than or equal to 5, guys, right? So length is less than 10, right? But greater than or equal to 5. In that case, we have to print medium to the user. Okay, we have to print what message, guys? Medium. And if this condition is also not true, even this condition is not true, that means length is less than 5. If less than 5 length is there, we have to print short to the user. Guys, can you see? Now there are basically two conditions to check. One condition is this. Okay, so we can handle this condition using if block, guys. We can use if block here. Okay, to check for the second condition, because now this is the second condition, right? And we have already used if to check the first condition. And to check this condition, guys, I will have to use one more term that is called elif, right? Which is called as else if. So this is called elif, guys. And now this will come into else part. Guys, can you see how I have, mapped everything, right, into this? So for this, guys, I have to write a if condition. To check this, I have to write a elif condition. To check this, I don't have to write condition, because if this condition is fail, this condition is false, this condition is also false, by default it will go to which block, guys? It will go to else block. So how to write it? How we can write it? Okay, so what I can do, I can just comment out the version 2 as well, guys. I'm just going to comment out the version 2. So I will put everything under the comment. So can you see, guys? Now we are here. Here we see. Okay. Now let's write the code, guys. Let's write the code now. We know the requirement now. And now based on the requirement, we can write our code here, guys. And what is that? Let's see. I use if condition to start with. Your control flow will always and always start with a if condition, guys. Okay. Now, in the if, you can write your condition. What was my condition? That length has to be greater than or equal to 10. So how I can check, guys, length? To check the length, guys, first I have to read the name. So how we can read the name, guys? How we can read the name? I will go to the if later on. So first let's read the name, guys. So how we can do that? We can say name, okay, is equal to input method, guys, and then I will say, enter, right? Enter the name, please. Okay, let's see. That is my message to the user. And now, guys, name is a variable. Name is the object. I want to check the length of name. So how I will do this, guys? Now I will say alien, then name. So this will give me the length of the name, guys. And what is my condition? If the condition is like that, that length is greater than or equal to 10, right? Then what I have to print, guys? I have to print a long message, right? So I have to print long. So this is my long, guys. Can you see? So if this condition is true, that means length is greater than or equal to 10, then I will get a message long. Now, how to check for this condition, guys? I have to use elif. So how I can write elif? If I press enter, can you see my indentation is still there? I have to press backspace, guys. And now I have to write elif. I can check the condition in elif as well. Okay, what is my condition, guys? Now I have two conditions here, guys. Remember, I have two conditions. One condition is what? The length should be less than 10. So how I can check whether it is less than 10 or not? So len and then name and less than 10. So this becomes this condition. And what is the another condition, guys? The another condition is that len name should be greater than or equal to 5. These are the two conditions, guys, and both has to be true. To print, guys, to print medium, the name has to be less than 10 in length and it has to be greater than or equal to 5. So both conditions need to be true, right? That means length should be in the range of 5 to 9 only. And if I want to make both conditions true, then what I have to do, guys, I have to use a keyword called AND. Can you see? And after this, guys, I will do a colon here, and then I can print a message, right? I can, print a message. What is my message, guys, that I want to print? I want to print, I want to print, just a minute. I want to print a medium. So this is my message. When this message would be printed, guys? Only and only if length is less than 10 and greater than or equal to 5. If length is not greater than 10, right, and even length is not less than and greater than 5, then obviously, guys, where I have to go? I have to go in else block. So this is how I write my else. And now I can say print, print short. So guys, this is the way you can have elif condition as well. And guys, mind it, you can use multiple elifs, right? So it's not, mandatory that you can use elif only once. You can use elif multiple times. So based on the problem statement, based on the condition, guys, right, in some of the other code, in some of the other project, you may have to use elif one more time. So here you can see, guys, this is right. So guys, else elif can be multiple times. If would be only one time, else would also be just one time, right? That is there, guys. Okay, let's test it if it is working for us or not. So we have to check, guys. We have to run the code and then say it's saying please enter the name, please, guys. So in that case, let's say I say just a minute. So I say for example, Forsk India, right? This is the name, guys. Can you see? This is long. Okay. I have to run this code again, guys. The execution is complete now. I have to run again if I want to check something else. Can you see, guys? Again, checking. Enter the name, please. So let's say this time I say Forsk and it says medium. Okay. Again, I have to run it, right? And let's say this time I say, for example, J. Okay, and here you will see short is there. So that means our code is working properly, right? Now, guys, after moving, right, after moving into this way, guys, moving into this way, can you see, guys, just focus on, guys, guys, please focus on what I say. Okay. See, just listen to me first, right? Just a minute, guys. So now, what I want to do, let's everybody be understand what is my requirement now. I'm changing, right? I'm changing my requirement every time, guys, right? Just to make you learn something new every time. Okay, now, guys, can you see? If I want to run this code, right, I have to press this run button. Let's say, guys, let's say I want to run this code multiple times repeatedly. It should keep on asking me the name, and then based on the length should give me the message. It should keep on asking the name, and then based on the length, it should print me the length, guys. Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? I want to just execute these set of statements repeatedly, right? After one, a response, it should ask me for the next name, and then, print the response, then asking me the name, then printing the response, then asking me the name, then printing the response. That means, guys, I have to somehow put this entire code, guys, I have to put this entire code, right, in a loop. How you can run a statement multiple times, guys? You can run a statement multiple times if you use a concept called loop. If you use a concept called a loop, okay? And how it will work, guys? Let's understand that concept, okay? How it will, so guys, let's see. We want to do something repeatedly, okay? So how to do that? See, if you want to do something repeatedly, you have to use a looping, and for that you can use a keyword that is called while, guys, while, okay? And after this keyword while, you can write the condition, guys. So you have to write condition here, and then you have to use colon, and then you can say, let's say you have a one statement, print hello, okay, guys? So this is there. Now let's understand the philosophy how the loop will work, guys, understand that part. Can you see, guys, while is the loop, okay? Now, guys, while will work as long as the condition is true. That means as long as this condition is true, we will, start getting this statement, right? So as long as the condition is true, guys, it will continue to print, hello, 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 hello for us, guys. As of now, as of now, you can see, guys, I have not written any condition. So let's say what will happen if I directly write true here. I'm not checking for any condition. I'm directly putting a true. That means this loop will run continuously in infinite, fashion. It is just an infinite loop, guys, right? And can you see there is a change in the indentation? That means this print statement is part of the while loop. Guys, can you give me a response? Are these set of statements part of the while loop? Are these statements part of the while loop? No, guys, right? You are right. No, these statements are not part of the while loop. Why they are not part of the while loop? What do you understand, guys? Can you respond to that? Second question is why these statements are not part of the while loop? Because of the indentation, guys, right? Because of the indentation. If you can correct the indentation, they will become part of the while. So let's say if you change the indentation, guys, right? Can you see? I change the indentation. Can you see, guys? I change the indentation. Now, after change of the indentation, all of these statements, including the print at the first, all of the statements are part of the while loop, guys. All of the statements are part of the while loop, okay? But as of now, guys, let's do one thing. So I just one thing, I don't want to change the indentation as of now. First of all, I want to explain something to you, okay? And then I will bring these statements under while. So please everybody focus here what I write, okay? See, guys, this is an infinite loop while as long as condition is true, the statements would be executed which are under while loop. And as of now, we have only just one statement print. Okay, let's run this, guys. Let's run it. Can you see? We're getting hello, 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 hello. So it's a kind of an infinite loop. Okay. So let's stop it as of now, guys. I'm just going to stop it. So by pressing this button, guys, it will stop the execution. So guys, can you see? The execution is stopped. Okay. Now, after this, guys, I'm just going to remove this statement. And what I will do, guys, I will put all these statements under while loop. Okay, so now you can see, guys, all of my statements are under while loop. Can you see, guys? All of the statements are under while loop. Okay, now see what is happening, guys. Everybody, see. So now these statements will execute repeatedly. Okay, let's see how is the response, guys. Can you see? Now it is saying enter the name, please. This time, let's say I say Forsk, okay, India. So here it says long. Can you see, guys? We again get the a message from the program. It is saying enter the name, please. That means it is running again now, and this time let's say I say Forsk. After giving me the response, it is again asking me the name. So this is a continuous execution of the loop now, guys. Now we have to learn one thing. Okay, now we have to learn one thing, guys. Okay, if I don't, guys, if I don't write any name on the console, right? If I don't write any name in the console and directly press the right, if I directly press the enter, what would be the message, guys? Can you see? Let's print the enter, press the enter without writing anything, guys. Can you see? I'm not writing as of now. I'm just directly pressing. And can you see, guys, we got sort. Is this the correct behavior, guys? Is this the correct behavior? We did not give any input, right? We did not give any input, right? So, this may not be a very good, kind of option. We should not print short here. Okay, let's do one thing in that case. What we can do, and along with that, we'll learn one more concept. Guys, this loop is running, okay? Okay, this loop is right. Okay, sometimes, guys, what happens, instead of a true, okay, instead of true, sometimes people write 1 here. In that case too, guys, it would be considered as a true value and loop will continue to run. Can you see, guys? Our loop will continue to run. So, guys, can you see the loop is still working and in an infinite fashion? Can you see, guys? It's working. Okay. So this is also there. And even, guys, you have to understand, you can write any non-negative number here, guys. You can write any non-negative number here, right? So let's say a non-negative, a non-zero number, guys. You can write any non-zero number here. So if I write 100 here, what will happen, guys? Still this condition is true. So it will still run, guys. It will still run. It will work the same way as you have written true here. Can you see, guys? Right? Can you see? This is there. Okay. This is there. Okay. So if you want to put this condition to false, you can write 0 here, guys. In this case, what will happen, guys? This condition is false. The loop will not execute these statements at all, right? So can you see, guys? I'm running this code again. Can you see? I don't get any message now. Why I'm not getting the message, guys? Because 0 means false. And any non-zero number means true, guys. Is that clear with everyone? Can you please respond to me, guys? What I said? Any non-zero number is considered as true, right? And 0 is considered as a false. And it happens in every programming language, guys. Not a big deal, not a rocket science. It is valid in C programming as well. It is valid in C++, valid in Java, valid in Python as well. Okay. Now, guys, what is my condition? Please listen. So I make it to true again. Okay. Now, guys, what is my condition? Please all focus here. I want to terminate this loop. Okay. I want to terminate this loop. Okay. But the question is when I want to terminate the loop. The question is when I want to terminate the loop. I want to terminate the loop if user gives no name and it directly presses the enter button, enter key, without writing anything. If he presses or she presses the enter key, I should come out of the loop. That means I should terminate the loop execution. How we can terminate the loop execution now? We can terminate the loop execution using a keyword called break. Okay, but how to use the break? First of all, I have to check for a condition. What is the condition, guys? That if user presses enter button directly without writing anything, in that case you should break the loop, you should terminate the loop execution. And for that, guys, how I can check? If my name is blank, that means user has not given anything. So what I can check, guys? I can check if. Okay, and now if len, right, name, guys, if name length is equal to what? Equal to 0. So how to check for that, guys? Equal to, guys, mind it, I have used 2 times, right? Equal to, right? Comparison. And see, if there is no text in the name, that means the name is blank, user has directly hit the enter button without writing anything, that means this condition will become true in that case. And what I can do, guys, I can say break. Can you see, guys? Break will only happen, it will only happen if this condition is true. Okay, let's run it and we'll try if this is working or not. So guys, see, I'm running again. Can you guys see? Enter the name. So it is again, let's say I enter Jaipur. Okay, so medium. Okay, let's say I again enter some other name. Let's say I say Kota. Can you see, guys? This is say, okay. Enter the name, please. I say Chennai, for example. Okay, so this is there, medium. Okay, you can take any name here. But now, guys, I press enter button without writing anything, and see, guys, okay, I'm not writing anything and directly pressing the enter button, guys. Can you see? We are out of the loop now, guys. Can you see? We're out of the loop now because we have got the command prompt. That means loop is not working. It got terminated now. Why it got terminated now? Because this condition became true, guys. This condition became true. Okay. Now, guys, is that clear that how a loop got terminated? On what condition loop got terminated? Is that clear with everyone? Please respond to me. Use yes and no, please. Use yes and no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good, guys. Yeah. Now listen, everybody. Now listen, everyone. Okay. Please listen, everyone. Right. So maybe if you want, you can give masses here as well. Maybe you can write a print here, guys, that I can say no name given, right? No name given, exiting from loop, right? Exiting from loop. See this, guys, this is the masses I want to give. So let's run it, guys, again. Here I run it, and this time let's say I say Hyderabad. Okay, so it will say medium, and then I press directly enter. Can you see, guys? No name given, exiting from loop. So that means it was happening here. Now, guys, listen. This is not a very good code if you talk about a Python style. This is not a Pythonic code, guys. This is not a Pythonic code. Okay. If you want to check if the name is blank or not, if there is nothing in the name or not, there is a better way to check for this, guys. There is a better way to check for this. How to check, guys? I will remove this now. Okay, I will remove this now, and I just say if not name, guys. Can you see? If not name, that's it. It is same as what we were doing earlier, guys. This is same as this condition, guys. This is same as this condition. What is that? Not name. Okay, I can do one thing so that you guys will have a good understanding of that. So I will remove this from here, guys. I'm just removing it. Control X. I'm just saying not name, and I will put this in comment. Can you see, guys? This is commented now. Okay. So this is same as this. What is the meaning of this, guys? What is the meaning of this? Please understand, all of us. It is very important, guys. What is the meaning of this? This will become true, guys, if name has no text. If name is blank, this expression will become true. If name has some text, some data is there in the name variable, it will become false. Okay, let me show you guys. Let's see, I'm using console. Can you see, guys? And name is Forsk. Okay. And now I check for the condition not name. Can you see, guys? I'm checking for not name. What it will give? True or false? It will give me false. Why it is giving false? Because I have some text in the name. Okay. If I say name is equal to, this time I'm just saying blank, guys. Can you see? I have not written anything. I'm just using, double quote here. Can you see? And now I say not name. What would be there, guys? Will it be false or will it be true? This time it is going to be true, guys. And that's why I have replaced this condition with this. This is Pythonic code, guys. This is the way of writing a Pythonic code. Guys, please let me know if this concept was clear to you or not. Good, guys, good. Okay, so Adarsh is saying that this is not clear. Okay, fine. Others, was this condition clear to you, that how we were checking the length of a name, if this is equal to 0 or not? Yes. Okay, now what we want to check? We want to check if the name is blank or not, right? Let's say I have name is equal to Forsk. That means this time name is not blank. And if name is not blank, and I check for this condition, this expression, not name, it says false. That means my name is not empty. Name is not of length 0. So that means it will not break. If I say something like that, that name is equal to blank. So how you represent a blank in the string, guys? You represent a blank this way, right? Where you started double quote and then immediately wrote a double quote and there is no text in between. That means this is a blank text. And if I say not named now, it will give me a true. That means if I don't give any text, I directly press enter, this condition will become true. Why it will become true? Because name is blank. And if this condition is true, it will break the loop. Adarsh, is that ready now? Are you good now? Yeah. Okay. Fine. So now, guys, this way, this way, guys, we are able to, understand, guys. Okay, guys, what will happen if I remove this while from here and, just paste while here? Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea to have? What will happen in that case, guys? It will just read the name one time, right? It will just read the name one time, and based on this name, guys, this code will just work, right? So let's see what is happening, guys. Let's run this code again. See, it is saying see this, guys. Can you see? Now what happened? We got a variable with the name, and now name has only one text, which is Forsk. And based on that condition only, this loop is going to run continuously, going on, going on, going on, because there is no change in the name, right? Every time it is finding one text only in the name, that is Forsk. And that's why it continuously running and responding the same output every time, medium, 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 medium. right? So that was, you should just a way to explain the things. Okay. After understanding this part, guys, after understanding this part, let's move to a new, a concept, guys. Let's move to a new concept. So I just, right. So this is how comment everything, right? And now, guys, we are going to learn something new now, interesting now, guys. Okay, what is that interesting? Let's see. After understanding the while loop, guys, I'm going to, you know, after understanding the while loop, I'm going to talk about one more loop in Python, and that is called as for each loop, guys. You know what I say, guys? For each loop, guys, for each loop. Oh. So that is there, guys. Okay. Yeah. Now, see one thing, guys. See one thing. What is the for each loop that we have to understand now? Okay. And how we can understand using an example is the best way to understand that. Okay. Let's see, guys, how we use a for each loop in Python. Guys, let's see. We have a list one. Okay. We have a list one which has couple of city names. Okay. What are those city names, guys? Let's say I have Mumbai. That is the one city. Okay. Then I have, let's say, guys, what can be there? Bhubaneswar, for example. Okay. So that is there. I just writing a short. Okay. Then I say, guys, Hyderabad, HYD. Okay. Then I will take, guys, Chennai. Okay. So this is Chennai. Okay. Then I will take, let's say, BLR, which is for Bangalore. Then I will take what can be there, Trivandrum, guys. Okay. And then I will take what is the capital of Telangana, guys? That Andhra Pradesh, not Vizag, or what? Is Amravati or Vizag? So okay. So okay, fine. I will take this one, Amravati, and then we are only. So I think we are done now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. A correction from my side. Now, guys, this is my list. Okay. What I want to do from this list, I want to print all the city names one by one. What is my requirement, guys? I want to print all the city names starting from Mumbai and then ending up to Amravati. I want to print all the names one by one. And how I can do that? I can do that, right, using a for each loop. So how to do that, guys? For each. So I'm going to write the for each loop now, guys. Please listen, everyone. For each item in list one. Can you see, guys, what I say? I'm just saying for each, but I'm not writing each. Okay. I'm saying for each item in list one. Then colon, then change in the indentation, and then saying print, and then what to print? Item. We are printing the item. Okay. And let's see the output first, guys, and then we will explain that how things are working. Can you see, guys? Mumbai, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Trivandrum, and Amravati. Okay, how it is working. Let's understand that part, guys. In the first iteration, guys, in the first iteration of the loop, item would be equal to Mumbai, and that's why you get the output Mumbai. In the second iteration, item will be equal to Bhubaneswar, so that's why you get Bhubaneswar. In the third iteration, item is equal to Hyderabad. In the fourth iteration, it's Chennai. In the fifth iteration, it's a Bangalore. Then Trivandrum, and then Amravati. That means, guys, this item variable is working as a placeholder. We call this as an iterator. What you call it, guys? You call it as an iterator, right? And now, after this, guys, guys, can you see what happens here? That this is not working. This is not working as a index, guys. This is not working as an index. It is directly picking those values. Can you see, guys? Item for the first time Mumbai, in the second iteration item Bhubaneswar, and that is there. Iteration means doing something in the repetition. एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद फिर से फिर से फिर से. So in the first iteration means in the first cycle of the loop, item would be equal to Mumbai. In the second iteration, item would be equal to Bhubaneswar. In the third iteration, item would be equal to Hyderabad, right? So this is how it will iterate the entire list and print all the names one by one. Can you see, guys? All of the names are printed using a new line feature. So I mean, what is the new line? So guys, if I want to print all the names in one line, I can use this AND keyword. Guys, I'm using AND, and I can say that please separate out all the names using a comma. Guys, what will happen in that case? Now all the names would be printed in just one line, and they all are separated by a comma, guys. I can write something else, right? I can write, let's say, space as well. Okay. So, this is, that is there. Okay. So here we have this. So guys, let me, tell you one more time about the for loop. Okay. This is a read, we read this statement like this: for each item in list one, what to do with the item? Print that item. Okay, what will happen in the first iteration? Item is equal to Mumbai. What will happen in the second iteration? Item is equal to Bhubaneswar, and so on. Okay, guys, you can have any name here. It is not necessary that you should use item only. You can say X. So maybe you can say for each X in list one, what to do? Print X. This is X. So again, the output will remain the same. Now what is happening in the first iteration? X is equal to Mumbai. In the second iteration, X is Bhubaneswar, and so on. You can have any name here. You can have any name here. So maybe you can say name. So name becomes the object here. Name becomes the placeholder here. And there you write a name here. Can you see, guys? This is there. Okay, I'm removing the AND part as of now. Okay, if I say AND with /n, guys, can you guys see? /n. /n, right? It's a new line. Can you see, guys? This time we will get all the names, guys. We will, get all the names one by one, right? Because why? Because this time we have used new line, and new line means pressing a enter, right? That is there. So rejoice, this is printing that name, right? And in AND is equal to means, how you are separating the names from one to another, right? How you are separating from that, right? So that is there, right? So that was there, guys, and guys, this loop is a definite iteration. The for loop is a definite iteration because it will run that number of times based on the length of this list. If this list has 10 items, the loop will run for 10 times only. If the list has 5 items, it will run for 5 times only. Guys, this is there. It will not run continuously. It will not run infinitely, because the data is coming from where? The data is coming from this list only. And if list gets over, the loop also gets over. That is there, right? So this is, so that is there, guys. And if, guys, can you see, as of now I'm using a new line in the AND, and this is just same as writing name only, right? The output remains the same, right? That means by default it is taking a new line for a value of AND. For the value of AND, it is by default taking a new line. So that was there, guys. Okay, now guys, let's see. Couple of things are interesting here. Okay, what is that? Guys, now you know that in the first iteration name would be Mumbai, in the second iteration name would be Bhubaneswar, and so on. See guys, now I'm writing a if condition. If, okay, if name equal to Hyderabad, for example, if name is equal to Hyderabad, I say break. If name is equal to Hyderabad, I say break. Guys, can you let me know what would be the output in this case if I run this code? If I say name is equal to, if name is equal to Hyderabad, what would be the output, guys? Okay, let's understand this part. Okay. Okay, let's understand this part, guys. Okay. Please stop now and focus here. Okay. See what is happening. Guys, in the first iteration, name is equal to Mumbai, right? In the first iteration, name is equal to Mumbai. And now, here name is Mumbai, but we are checking with Hyderabad. That means this condition is false. Name is not equal to Hyderabad. Name is equal to Mumbai. That means we will not see the break. And if we do not see the break, it will print the name. That means Mumbai will be printed. In the second iteration, guys, what is the name? Name is Bhubaneswar. Again, Bhubaneswar is not equal to Hyderabad because name is holding what value? Bhubaneswar. So Bhubaneswar is not equal to Hyderabad. That means this condition is false again. And if this condition is false again, we will not see the break, right? What will go? We will print the name. So Bhubaneswar is also printed. Now what will happen, guys? Now in the third iteration, name is equal to Hyderabad, HYD, right? And now guys, can you see this time this condition becomes true. Name also holding Hyderabad and we are trying to compare it with Hyderabad only. That means this condition is true. And if this condition is true, what happens? Break will be there. That means we exit from the loop. Now we terminate the loop. We will not even print the statement. From here only we will directly terminate the loop. That means in the output, we will only see Mumbai and we will only see Bhubaneswar. Only two city names would be there if I do something. Okay, as a one more exercise, guys, let me know what will happen if I change this to BLR. What would be the output this time, guys, of this loop? Please respond, everybody. What would be your, response in this case? So guys, a lot of people are correct now, and a couple of people have to correct, so I'm just repeating one more time, guys. I'm just repeating one more time. Please stop now. Please stop chatting and please look at the screen now, guys. Thank you. See, in this case, what is happening? In the first iteration, when the loop is just starting, name is equal to Mumbai. Mumbai is not equal to BLR, right? So it will be printed. In the second iteration, guys, name is equal to Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is not equal to BLR, so Bhubaneswar would be printed. In the third iteration, name is equal to Hyderabad. Hyderabad is not equal to BLR. Again, that would be printed, right? So Hyderabad is also printing. Now, guys, name is equal to Chennai in the fourth iteration. So Chennai is not equal to BLR, so Chennai would be printed. And now, guys, in the fifth iteration, what happens? Name is BLR. That means BLR is equal to BLR. That means this condition becomes true. And if this condition becomes true, we will see the break. What does, happens with the break? Break terminates the loop, right? It terminates the loop. That's it, right? That means in the output, you are only left with what? Mumbai, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, and Chennai. That is there. Okay. Now guys, after understanding the break, let's understand one more keyword in the looping, and that keyword is known as continue. What do you call it, guys? Continue. So how to understand that? So guys, this time what I'm doing, I will change it to Hyderabad again. Okay. And now I'm not going to use break. I'm going to use some other keyword. Can you see, guys? I'm using continue now. It's a continue. Okay. So let's, write continue, guys. This is there. Okay. See this. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of a continue? Please understand that. Right? Let's see the output first and then we'll understand it better. Can you guys see? It prints everything but not Hyderabad, right? It printed Mumbai, it printed Bhubaneswar, it printed Chennai, Bangalore, Trivandrum, and Amravati. That means what is happening, guys, right? Right? So, can you see, guys? Let's see how the a continue works, right? Guys, continue means that whatever the statements are left in the loop, guys, continue means whatever the statements are left in the loop, do not execute them and start from the first statement again. That means continue is not for termination of the loop. Break terminates the loop. Continue will not terminate the loop. Then what it does? Continue only skips the statements which come after the continue. And guys, here you can see after the continue, we only have one statement, right? So guys, as soon as this condition becomes true, we will hit the continue. And if we hit the continue, it will skip this statement. And that's what it is happening right now. In the first iteration, what we have, guys, Mumbai as a name. So name is not equal to Hyderabad. Mumbai is not equal to Hyderabad. So we don't get continue. We print the name. Okay. We don't have to skip anything. In the second iteration, guys, name is equal to Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is not equal to Hyderabad. We again don't get continue. We print the name again. In the third iteration, name is equal to Hyderabad. That means Hyderabad is equal to Hyderabad. This condition becomes true. If this condition becomes true, we encounter continue. We see the continue, right? It will execute now. And if it executes, it will skip this statement. It will skip all the statements that we write here. As of now, in this example, only one statement is written print, but it will skip everything. And that's why, guys, when the name is equal to Hyderabad, right, we get continue, and that's why this statement is not executed. That's why we are not getting Hyderabad in the output. And what will happen in the next? It will again start, right? And now name is equal to Chennai, right? And again Chennai is not equal to Hyderabad. That means condition is false. That means it will print the name and so on. So this is the way to understand the continue as well. So guys, is this clear with everyone that how continue is working? Okay. Now I want to give one question to you guys. One question to you. This time I will use both continue as well as break. So let's say I say if name is equal to let's say BLR. Okay. And then I say break. What would be the output in this case, guys? What would be the output in this case? I'm using continue and I'm using break as well. What will happen in that case, guys? So now people are responding properly. Okay. Azim Ahmed, you are wrong. Sorry for that. Okay. Manashwani, no. Please guys, go with the logic. Please guys, go with the logic. Try to iterate the loop at least and then see what is coming in the output or not. Try to iterate the loop at your end, in your brain, try to visualize the running of the loop. What will happen in that case, guys? In the first iteration, guys, what is there? Let me see. Okay, let's run the output first, guys. I'm only getting Mumbai, Bhubaneswar, and Chennai in the output. Why it is happening so? In the first iteration, guys, name is Mumbai, right? This condition is not true. Even this condition is also not true. So we get the output Mumbai because print is working in this case. In the second iteration, guys, name is Bhubaneswar. This condition is also false. This condition is also false. Then we will see the print. That means Bhubaneswar is also printed. In the third iteration, guys, name is Hyderabad, right? Then what will happen? This condition will become true. If this condition is become true, then we will see the continue. And what happens with the continue, guys? It skips all the statements after the continue. So it will skip everything, but will start again within the loop only. It will not terminate the loop. So guys, in the fourth iteration, name is equal to Chennai. This condition is false, right? This condition is also false. We will see the output Chennai as well. In the fifth iteration, guys, name is Bangalore. This condition is false, but this time this condition became true. And if this condition became true, we got break. If we got break, we will terminate the loop. Even before printing, it will terminate, right? Even before printing, it will terminate. And that's why you are only left with three outputs: Mumbai, Mumbai, Bhubaneswar, and Chennai. That is there. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear with everyone? Right? So, guys, this is how we close the session for today. This is how I end my discussion around two concepts today, guys. What we learned today, can you guys quickly reflect? Guys, can you please quickly reflect that what we learned today? Can you guys quickly, share the summary, guys? Can you please share the summary what we learned today? Control flow and looping, right? Control flow and looping. Loops and control flow. Loops and control flow. That's good, guys. That's good. And what are those keywords that we use in looping, guys? What are those two keywords that we use in looping? Break and continue, right? So for the loop, we use either for loop or while loop. And if you want to terminate the loop, use break, right? That is there. Okay, guys. And in the control flow, we used Aleph as well, guys. If you remember, we used Aleph as well, right? That is there. That's cool. Good, guys. Okay, so after this, guys, after this, just let me know how was it for today, guys. What is your feedback for today? Please let me know. Are you getting, guys? Are you getting the things? We don't have any switch statement in Python, guys. We don't have any switch statement in Python. Okay, so now a lot of people are saying, Rohit, they saying it was good and exciting. Devon saying, Jamwal saying it was beneficial. Rakshita saying great. Sai Deepak saying yes. Narayan Chaudhary saying awesome session. Sai Banker saying excellent. Saas saying interesting. Aziz Ahmed saying good. Okay. Okay, so that is there. Ashish saying, great, sir, it's helpful. Okay. Sai Mahesh saying, yes, sir, we are getting it. Okay. Pramod Panegri, Sushmita is there. Vaishnavi, Amborkar, Ritesh Kashyap is there, right? So now Ritesh has asked me a question. He's saying that what is the difference between for and while loop? So guys, you have to understand that difference as well. And I think it's a very interesting to know, guys. Now I want to differentiate between for loop and while loop, guys. For loop and while. For loop and while loop. Okay. Guys, in any programming language, looping is of two type. Guys, in any programming language, looping is of two type. One looping is known as indefinite iterations. Indefinite iterations. Okay. And the other is known as definite iterations. Okay, guys. Indefinite iterations means you don't know in the beginning that how many times the loop will run. As long as condition is true, this is going to continue. This is going to run. And that's why, you use while loop, guys. So where while is being used? While is being used for indefinite iterations where you don't know exactly how many times loop will run. As long as condition is true, loop, is running. In case of definite iterations, even before the start of the loop, we know this loop is going to run how many times? 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 4 times, 5 times. That is known as definite iterations. And for definite iterations, guys, we use for loop, for each loop, Ritesh, right? So now Charan is saying you clearly explaining, Hafiz saying good sir, Ishwar saying awesome class, Revanti Krishna saying good, Vijay Vankar saying good, Satish Parihar saying very good session, Jasmine saying too good to learn new things, excellent, Sonal Wagle saying it was awesome sir, Ajay saying good sir, Rajesh saying great sir, Dinesh saying great, okay. Rohita saying it was going good, sir. Okay, so that's cool, guys. Uh, okay, so okay, so now a lot of people, are okay. So that's good, guys. Now, now let's focus on today's assignment, guys. And Devan saying, sir, I use dir and RAPL. So Devans, you can do one that I think you did not use, a print command actually. Use print command. Otherwise, it will not give the response. Use print and then dir and let's say math. Okay, then it will work for you, Devansh. Right? It would be there. So yes, Rohit, you can do anything. You can use continue after the break. That's not an issue, right? That is there. Now, guys, let's talk about, so yes, Ahmed, 4 runs for a fixed number of times only, but the while will run as long as the condition is true. I told you that indefinite iterations, all that, right? Pooja is saying, good, sir, but it takes time to understand for beginners. Yes, Pooja, you are right. And I'm very happy that you are putting this statement, because a lot of time people out of, a shyness do not, express their, kind of views. So, Pooja, what you can do, please watch the video again, right? So wherever you are finding the issues, please watch the video again, and then it will put you, put you in a more clarity of the concepts, right? So yes, Samita, YouTube channel has all those topics, right? So that is there. Anusha is saying, you are explaining with detailed manner, can we have a real-time examples? Yes, Anusha, we have real-time examples. For that, Anusha, what you can do, you can join our project season. In that project season, guys, we only work on the project, and we have a real problem from the client, and where students work on that project. And generally the duration of that project season is around 1 month, and if you participate in that, you get a letter of internship as well, right, for 30 days. And in that, what happens, guys, that is around 4 weeks, 30 days. In the first week, we train you, right? In the first week, we only train you on the skills that are required to complete that project. And after that, you start working on the project. So that is a very good learning, and only real time, real life examples are taken, real problems are taken. As of now, currently, we are running a project season. That is not for you, because that has become too late for you guys. Already 130 guys are taking that project season, and they are working on a project. They are building a real-time data analytics and visualization project, and the data is from a client. They are solving a client problem. So guys, after the completion of this course, we will give you more details around that project season. If you are interested, you can join that. Okay, Anisha. So guys, now let's come to Sriram, project season is free. You can join that, right? But if you need a letter of internship, you need recorded videos, you need a recommendation on the LinkedIn, you need a kind of a letter of recommendation if you are going for some university, admission in foreign. So if you are taking these things, right, so these are the additional where you have to pay. Otherwise you can join it for free and conduct your project. You can complete your project. So guys, so there is a fee. Obviously the fee is 2,000 for that, guys, and it will run for 30 days, every day 1 hour. Every day 1 hour. We will work with you as a project guide. We will work you as a mentor with you. For the first week, we only train you, and then guys, uh, then if you need a letter of internship, you need a certificate of completion, you need access to daily recordings, because those recordings will not be available on the YouTube, guys. And you need an enrollment in internship assistance program, then you need to pay 2,000 rupees. Otherwise, that is free, Sriram, right? Yeah, Narayan Chaudhary, it is good. Or a lot of people are already taking that project season, right? So guys, we will announce, we will conduct a free webinar first. We will explain everything for you, and then only you can decide whether you want to work on that or not. Okay. Yeah. Now guys, let me explain. So Rohit Somase is saying, sir, this is easy for those people who have learned C or C++. Yes, Rohit, you are right. Anyone who knows any programming language, not even C or C++, if someone is knowing Java, they will find learning a new programming language easy, right? So if you have any knowledge in any programming language, learning a new one is always easy, right? But the people who have no idea about any programming language, I'm trying to make that they guys also should start learning. I want to infuse a confidence in them that they can also do the things, right? Even if they are not having any background in programming, don't worry, guys. Just put your efforts here. I'm with you, right? You would be able to do it if you have no experience in the programming. Don't worry about that. Just have your confidence and just do it, and you will learn a lot of things here. Now, guys, so in that case, Samita, we can read those names from the file. Samita, we can read those names from a file. Okay, we can do that, or maybe from database or from a file. That we can do. Now, guys, let's understand today's code challenge. Okay, so those guys who are interested in the code challenge, okay, I'm just explaining to them. Let me just open the drive, guys, for you first, then I will so here we go. So Chimata, the solution is already uploaded on the Google Drive, guys, right? Sai Bankat, please check your assignment with the solution that is uploaded. So guys, the solution to the yesterday's assignment is already uploaded, right? Yeah, Rohit. Okay, guys, can you see we have day one solution? Guys, can you see we have day one solution, right? So that is there. Okay. Now day two material is there, guys. Day two, and can you see, guys? Day two assignment.txt is there. Okay. Now a couple of assignments, guys. Again, so this is the first assignment of the day two, guys. And let me share you the drive link. Okay, this is the drive link, guys. What is the requirement here in this assignment, guys? You have to clean the salary. What is salary? Let's say salary is written like this, guys. Salary is written like this. Can you see, guys? A salary is written like this. You have to clean this data. You have to remove dollar from this. You have to remove comma from this. You have to remove these single quote as well. And you have to convert this salary to a number. As of now, you can see this is a string, guys, right? This is a string. So you have to clean this salary. Okay, hints are also given in the end, you can see. In the next assignment, guys, again, a very simple assignment that is dependent on if else. In that assignment, you have to take the age as input from the user. And based on the age, guys, you have to print whether the user is infant or child or adult or senior citizen. Conditions are already written there, guys, right? So based on these conditions, you have to print the right message for them. In the assignment 5, guys, this assignment is a very popular assignment. Okay, this assignment is a very popular assignment, and this assignment name is known as Fizz Buzz. You know what you call, guys? This is known as Fizz Buzz. And what you have to do in the Fizz Buzz, guys, you have to take numbers from 1 to 50. Can you see? 1 to 50. You have to take the numbers from 1 to 50. You can take them in a list. Okay, you can take them in a list. And now you have to run a loop. And inside the loop, guys, you have to use some if else conditions. Okay, so because using the loop, you are printing those numbers now from 1 to 50. You don't have to print the numbers directly. You have to apply some logic. And what is that logic, guys? Listen that. See, if that number is a multiple of 3, guys, if that number is a multiple of 3, you have to print fizz, not that number directly. Don't print that number directly, print fizz instead of that. If that number is a multiple of 5, print buzz. Okay, and if number is multiple of both, right, both 3 and 5, print fizz buzz, right? Otherwise, print that number as it is. So here you can see the output, guys. 1 is not a multiple of 3, not a multiple of 5 as well, so we are directly printing 1. 2 is not a multiple of 3, not a multiple of 5 as well, so we are printing 2 as well. Now, when number 3 comes, now 3 is a multiple of 3, so we print fizz here. Similarly, guys, 5 is a multiple of 5, so print buzz is here. And here you can see 15, right? 15 is a multiple of 3 as well and a multiple of 5 as well, and that's why we are getting fizz buzz. So this way, guys, your output should look like this. Your output should look like that. So, guys, 3 assignments, right? They are for beginners, obviously. So if you want to really take a good advantage of this program, and if you want to master yourself, right, in Python coding, guys, please have hands-on on these assignments. Okay, please have a hands-on on these assignments. That is there. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Rohit. So now, guys, so yeah, it is applicable to strings only, Samsuddin, right? And it is printing to the next line because internally Python will print a new name on the new line only, on the next line only. By default behavior of the print is like that, Samsuddin. Okay. So that is there. Poonam, I think you are trying to do something like that. See, Poonam, look at here. So Poonam, can you see? Uh, Here, we have this. Okay, let's see. Uh, See. Uh, so what is your question? If we don't know what name is after BLR in the list and want the for loop to end at BLR by also including it as output, okay. So it's saying that I just want to terminate the loop at BLR, okay, and I don't want to print anything else after that BLR. That's what you want to do, right? So maybe you can do one thing. Okay, let's see what we can do in that case, Poonam. You want to print the BLR as well, so maybe you can do one thing as of now. What we'll do, Poonam, we will use break, okay, and let's say I say BLR, okay. See what will happen in this case. Now you know the response would be like that we will not see BLR here, right? Because what we are doing in the BLR case, we are breaking the loop. So maybe if you want to print this name as well, Poonam, before taking the break, just use one print statement here as well, right? And then just say print name. So what will happen in this case, Poonam? Before taking a break, it will print the name for you, and that is BLR, right? So here you can see, some syntax error. So additional parenthesis was there. Can you see, Poonam? That is there. So now it is breaking as well, but printing your name BLR as well, right? Second question from Poonam is saying, can't we use Python library like math by importing it and then listing its items similar to dir function? It's saying the list is non-iterable. No, that dir method only works in case of a library name. But Poonam, list one is not a library. List one is an object. List one is a variable, right? So you cannot have that here, Poonam. So Ajay is saying I can't able to upload the file. Give me the solution. So what you can, guys, please do not upload the zip. Zip will not be uploaded, guys. Second, let's say you have written a assignment here, right? You have solved the assignment using RAPL. So what you can do, guys, you can download, right? You can download this file. Can you see download a zip, right? And then unzip it, and then what you can do, you can rename this file main.py. You can rename to some other name, or the name related to that assignment, right? That is there. So that is there. Ritesh Kashyap is saying, sir, if we use break and then use continue statement, then how will it work in the loop? Okay, so so probably you are trying to say something like that. Break. Can you see? So guys, a lot of things now you can try at your end as well, right? A lot of things now you can try your end as well, because now you know how to write code. Now you know how to, uh, that is, use that as well. So here, if I say if a name is equal to, let's say, guys, anything. So let's say I do this Hyderabad, okay. So I do this HYD, and let's say do this Chennai, okay. This is there, okay. So what will happen in that case? And here you just, what was that? Okay, then you use continue. That is, I think, your problem. Now what will happen, guys, in this case? Here we can see, as soon as we get the Hyderabad, right, we will get a break from this, right? So it doesn't matter how so as soon as we get Hyderabad in the third iteration, we only get two outputs, right? So actually it will never go to this condition right, Ritesh? It will never go to this condition. Why it will never go to this condition? Because Chennai is coming after Hyderabad, right? Chennai is coming after the Hyderabad, and it gets break before moving to Chennai itself. Our loop is breaking here on, right? But if you say you make a change here, like Chennai here and then Hyderabad here, what will happen in that case? In that case, now we will get a continue, right? So here you can see, oh, it's not Hyderabad, it's HYD. Okay, yeah. So now you will see again, the same output is coming, because what happened in this case, Chennai will come later on, but before that we got a continue, right? So continue is there, but it will not print this name, and in the fourth iteration Chennai is coming, and that's why it will put it to break, right? So you can just just follow how the flow is moving, how the control is moving, and based on that you can always figure out what is the right output to have, right? So Javed, round is a method that basically so can you see this, guys? Round is there. So let's say I have something like 2.3 45 like that, and if I say round, so round is a mathematical function, and then I say 2.345, right? Oh, round is not there. So where I will find round method? I think it's in a math. Let's check if it is. Oh, I think I was wrong in the round call. It has to be RO and UD. Okay, I think now it should be fine. So 2.345. So can you see, guys, what it did? It rounded off this number. But if this number is greater than like 0.5, right? So if it is greater than like 2.56, what will happen in that case? It is rounding off to the next integer value, right? Can you see? It is rounding off to 3. So it's a kind of a, do you know those floor functions, ceiling, right? That is there. Sonal is saying how to upload the assignment. Sonal, you have to upload the assignment using a, Google form, okay? And this is the link to Google Form, Sonal, okay? This is the link to Google Form. So you can go to this Google Form and you have to upload the file. That's it. So how was the day, guys? Let me know. How was the day for you today? Is it going good for you? Okay, guys, you have to, so just listen one thing, right? You guys have to be sincere. You guys have to be disciplined, right? You have to make sure that you should not, skip the session if you want to really, make a good use of this, right? And also, guys, I have a one request. I have a one request to everyone, please. Okay. What is that request? If you are liking the sessions, right? If you are liking the sessions, you are learning, in your time is well utilized, there is a value addition in your learning, guys. What you can do, you can go to this link and give us a feedback. It's a Google review, guys. It's a Google review. So please do write a Google review for us if you want. Please give a star rating, but after a star rating you have, would be good if you write some text as well, that why you gave good or bad, why you gave good and bad. So guys, my request to everyone, please click on this link and share your feedback, so other people can also understand, and people can get an update or information that how we have been doing, so probably others can also get a benefit of that for your review, right? So request to everyone, please do so. Okay, I've given the link now. Please click on that and share your feedback, and please write some, please be verbose and write some text on that as well. So guys, now I can do one more thing. So because you guys are left in the last, what additional you should get, okay? You guys are left in the last, what additional you should get. Let me explain a one inbuilt function in Python, okay? That would help you. Okay, let's see. Guys, there is a method called range in Python. Can you see? Range method. Okay. And let's say I give some value. Okay. Range. And I typecast this to a list. Can you see, guys? And then I print it. Okay. So I print it. What it will print, guys? Do you know what it will print? Range is a method which can be used to generate a list of values. Okay. A list of numbers. And here you can see, guys, it will generate a list of numbers from 0 to 9. So range is that method. Can you see, guys? It's a list. Can you see? It's a list. 0 to 9. Okay. So if you do not specify the start number, it will by default take 0 and then will go up to a 9. 10 is excluded, guys. I can specify the start number as well. So let's say I say 2 comma 10. That means now it will start from what number, guys? It will start from 2 now. So can you see, guys? This is now we are starting from 2. Even you can specify a step as well. You know, that's what we did yesterday. Maybe you can specify, let's say 2. So what will happen in this case, guys? Right, so now it will start from 2 and then print every alternate number, right? So can you see 2, 4, 6, 8, and like that. Okay, you can go for some, a reverse order as well. So let's say you start from 10, okay, and then you go up to 0, and then your stepping is -1. What will happen in that case, guys? It will start from 10, okay, and then going, one by one going to down, right? So 10, then 9, then 7, then 8, so on. So this is the way you can use a range method as well, guys. You can use a range method as well. So guys, this is how I close for today. I think you must have enjoyed the session. And tomorrow we are going to understand, a very important concept, guys, that how you can basically manage a sequence of data, right? How you can manage a sequence of data using Python list. So we will talk about that. Okay, one more question is coming up. So before I sign off, I'll take that question as well, guys. Uh, so rejoice, that feedback form is that form is not. It's a Google form. Okay, it's a Google link, guys. So just click on that, and then you can directly give the rating and everything. Okay, Rakshita, let's see what you say. STR1. Let's say we have STR1 here. Okay, so we have STR1, Rakshita. Here I say Forsk, for example. Okay, and then I take one more STR2, Rakshita. This is, let's say, India. Okay, and then I say print STR plus STR2, STR1 and STR2. So the print is like a concatenation, Rakshita. Okay, so Forsk India that you can see. And this plus is a concatenation, and it will not put any space, because concatenation means string 1 followed by string 2, immediately followed by str2, right? If you want to put a comma, you don't have to use plus, you have to use comma. So comma will bring a space there in the output. Can you see? Now we have a space there. I think you were asking this. Okay, right. So Rejoice is saying, sir, if in while loop, if we give a name less than a 10, how to get infinite times medium? So Rejoice, in that case, you can run a one more while loop inside that Aleph condition. So inside Aleph, write one more, while, and then in that you can just print medium and medium and medium. That would be there. Rejoice. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Thanks, Ashish Rathore, for that. And 4 p.m., guys, will be there. Bye, guys. Take care. Thank you. See you. I'm signing off now. So Just a minute, guys. I stop the recording. There is no go-to statement, Samshuddin. There is no go-to statement. Yeah, thank you, Aziz.